Bonjour, fuckers! I'm just gonna switch over to here because last session we had a huge combat, but I will not talk about that quite yet. What I will do is say welcome to all of the. Do we have a name for our fans? I know I say bonjour, fuckers. I don't want our fans to be the fuckers, but
fortunate ones.
The we'll work on it. But welcome, gentle people. We will start in a moment after I hand it over to the Dungeon Master for the character building question of the day, which is actually a channel point redemption. If someone wants to actually pick what that is, nobody's ever done it. It's in there.
It's always on me, always. So it is Monday. Play D&D. Got to come up with a question on the spot for the boys. So we have our men of the guild who have gone through combat and a lot of different things, and now that Asher's not there, I was wondering, before a cleric was by your side, what was your way to tend to an injury? And I'll start with Prey.
Oh, well, everyone knows that urine has healing properties. When I was a kid, as you all know, I used to bathe in the pool. It was multi-purpose, and you were like, I scraped my knee, then you go bathe in that, and then you just be like, have like a brown sludge over you, and I think it like protected you from future wounds or something, but everything kind of stinged equally, so the wound would not be apparent. So I think bathing in urine would be my recommendation.
Well, bathing in urine is Prey's recommendation. What about you? I was about to say Asher, but Artemis, how do you take care of this?
Every time I hear the name Asher, I'm just like my heart. I would say that I just follow the instructions that I've read in the book and say, okay, I must do this sprint and move my wing back this way and turn it backwards, and then okay, clack, it pops, and then just follow what it says in the instructions. Books carry all the knowledge we need.
Oh, what about you there, Mr. First Mate?
Well, having spent some time in the wood alone, I kind of took some army methods of curing my wounds when I was out in the wild and by myself. So yeah, I would just use different things in the woods to try to strap myself up.
Oh, strap yourself with wood, do you?
How I roll.
And you, Boulder, how do you take care of your wounds?
Well, I mean, when I was younger, it was, grab some mud and some leaves and just rub it on it. But in the military, we had people to deal with our wounds, so I haven't really had to do it myself in a while.
Fancy bitch.
And with that,
Medics and
all
all
the
that.
bitch. All right. So, with that being said, it is now time for the recap of last week's game. The men of the Gill were sent, went to the Crimson Capital to try to resurrect their dead bunny man. They found Artemis Fowl, right? No, Snow, not Fowl. Wow, Fowl. Where's Fowl? That's something. It's something. I don't know where from though.
Prey is foul.
So they found Artemis Snow trying to gain entry to speak to Dionysus Leremsis, which was not possible. The men of the Gill communicated with the front gate, saying they needed to talk to Prey's sister Kay. They were met by Commander Camille, the military leader of the Crimson Capital, who also ends up having some relation to Balder. He said that he would allow you entry if you completed a task for him. You guys went and you investigated this place. You found some cobalt, some spiders, and an illithid. And when you seemed to be getting the upper hand on this illithid, a frigate reemerged. looking for his brother, as he seemed to be fused with a purple worm. When somebody said that he was at the Crimson Capital, Frigate kind of phased into the purple worm organically and told the worm to deal with the problem. We now pick up with our adventurers in their new place, fighting a large, gargantuan purple worm. And it begins with Artemis Snow. What would you like to do?
Begins with the mystery with D20s.
Mystery D20.
Mr. Blue?
Let's get it going. Ow! Ow! Okay, so there are 4 in queue. Oh, yeah, first one is a 15, which is, I think, heal 2. If anybody wants to put exclamation mark roll, it'll give the full list. Hooah! Natural 1. Great timing. They get a short rest, but guess what? Nothing has happened to it yet.
Oh, the illithid roll is back up.
The third roll shall be a 12, which is enemies knocked prone.
Enemies knocked prone.
And the last roll for the beginning of combat is a... Oh, I saw the 20 roll by. 13 group loot potion of healing. I vote not Balder.
I vote Balder.
You wanna grab it there, Erden? Cool. Yes, let's carry on.
All right, so Artemis Snow, you begin this round. What would you like to do to this worm fuck?
I am so frightened.
So you just saw a Haringon who is organically fused to a rabbit, to a purple worm, waist down in its mouth. One of its ears is up. It seems drenched, and on the other side of his head, where the other ear should be, is just a bulbous brain protruding out of its skull and just like pulsating. And it just says, "Deal with the problem," and goes in. I'll say that could you roll just quickly, since you're first, an intelligence check.
Ooh, that should be juicy. Intelligence, not a saving throw, just a check. Right?
Just to check.
24.
Yes. 24. You don't know who this rabbit is. You don't know what Haringon is. You don't know what he wants. You don't know why he's interested in these people. But you begin to focus on the purple worm. And you, again, are a bookworm. You've read so many things about this world. And you know that purple worms are great, tough things. You look at it and you're like, this doesn't seem like what it explains a purple worm is. It seems different in a way. Like, basically, like, if you were to read about King Arthur and you met him and he was, like, 2 feet tall and had no muscle and Excalibur was a toothpick.
Vive la France!
That's Napoleon.
Yes. I thought that's what you were describing, sorry.
So what you're saying is he looks like a bitch version of a purple worm? Is that more or less what I'm
You
getting?
look at him and you're like, the way they were explained is in books, your imagination made them seem way more threatening than what you're seeing in front of you right now. Something is off.
I guess the first reaction will be the, oh, how does that work? And then it disappears into the worm and be like, oh, so much to note later. And then he's gonna be like, this isn't exactly what it's supposed to look like, but oh, okay. So I'm going to take my movement, and it seems to be close, and I don't really want to get fuckled, so I'm just gonna fly.
So you were right here? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I was right here.
Okay, give me a minute. There, I gotta go on token objects. There you go. So you were right here. And so you said that you... let's see what you... Nope. You were good. You were 15 feet away. You were out of its reach.
Yes, I'm going to go... Suppose I could just go here. Yes, I'm gonna do... Okay, I was like close to the ground. I was on the ground here. So I'll do 10, 20, and then I'll do 10 feet up.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I will actually just click on you real quick and mark that, so that I know in case I just forget, right? Because there's a lot I gotta keep track of.
In case you make me fall and then take 1d6 of damage.
But what are you doing from there, Artemis?
Oh, I can cast a spell, of course.
Well, let's do it.
Hold on, okay? My friggin' computer is being a little bitch.
Who?
What you get?
My
for
computer.
owning a Mac?
Who?
I'm an owl.
I'm an owl.
I am going to cast Firebolt
Vicious
on
cockery.
the purple worm.
Firebolt. And that is an attack or a roll from my end.
I'm checking quickly. I
It is
think
an
it's
attack.
a roll.
It's an attack roll.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Firebolt.
2d10 if you hit.
It's a natural one.
So you're like, I can do this, and you just, and then as you point to shoot the firebolt, it just like a sparkler comes out of your eye,
Just
your
like-
arm. You're like,
The remnants of that anti-magic field are like just like yeah.
it's okay, it's okay. So with that, Mr. Solak, it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to basically use this round to get ready. So I'm gonna bonus action Hex on the Gross Bibit, and I
Rose
will
baby.
use my action to pop my wings.
Pop, pop.
Next.
Ah.
So
And I will fly. I'm just gonna like fly to the other side of the room. Just whoop.
I guess I'll zoom out
Okay.
the map.
So Erden darts. Erden's and just
It's like,
Artemis,
well,
you
what
just see
the-
this. You just see this half elf just sprout out mechanical wings and just take off.
It's like, oh, what the fuck is that?
Intriguing. I'll have to study
much
those
to
later
know.
as well.
All right. What would you like to do after your? Oh, is it an action to? No, it's a bonus action to
No, it's an action to. Yeah.
activate. Okay. Invites.
Well, we're fucking this thing, right? Yeah, I think so. And I'll run here. I think I was raging regardless if I wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
Okay, cool. I will, I'll attack this thing and kind of want to do it recklessly. Yeah, let's do it recklessly.
Okay.
Natural 20, motherfucker.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
I don't have a spell slot for Eldritch Smite, unfortunately. Hey, thank you very much for the subscription. Cool. That is 8 plus 7. That is 15 damage. Just the blade, and then 9 plus 1, 10 radiant damage.
Ooh, that hurts.
Cool.
So
sorry,
as
that's
you
my
do-
first attack, actually.
Okay, just give me a minute. You take. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good roll for that. You take 11
Probably.
points of poison damage. As you. Minute. So 25.
Nope, I don't like that.
So, you. What was your weapon again? Was it your battle axe again,
Yeah,
or was it a spear?
it is a battle axe.
Okay, so you just try to chop it down like a tree, and as your blade slits through the skin, did you double the dice?
I
For those
rolled
hits?
2, yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. So you slice through it, and as you slice through it, you see its blood just spray out, and as it hits you, you feel your skin sizzle a bit, and you're just like, "Ugh," and you go for your second hit, and as you look, you can see that the blood that is on the outside layer, and it's kind of like gushing out of the wound you just did, seems to also be affecting the purple worm.
The wound on the outside of the purple worm is affecting the purple worm?
The blood that is gushing out of the wound that is coming from the purple worm
Ish.
seems to also be affecting the purple worm.
Interesting. Anyways, I'll attack it the second time. Too many thinky, not enough swingy. 16 to hit.
Yeah.
16 does not hit.
Cool. That's my turn.
My laptop was about to die.
Yeah,
That was
right.
a beautiful zoom in
priority.
on your beard, by the way.
Me? Oh, thanks. Is there any lice in there, please? It is now its turn. Prey, you are there.
Yep.
So it's gonna go for you.
Yep. I attacked recklessly, just a heads up.
Okay, so it's 22.
Because I gotta be
that's
honest
lower.
with it.
Yeah, so that's a 22.
That's a miss. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So
Oh no.
funny man. That is
I'll get my Constitution saving throw ready here.
dexterity first.
Alright.
So that is 2d8.
Dexterity is 18.
18. You succeed.
Okay.
So you take 14 points of piercing damage as it just goes and grabs onto you. It tries to lift you up, and you just feel its teeth tear through you as you see it go. And as it comes up, it goes and it just like looks down and it's just going to whip around and swing its tail and try to hit you with its tail stinger.
No con save? No poison?
Oh yeah.
Why am I doing this to myself? No?
No. No, not for the bite.
Oh my god.
Not
What
for
a
the
roller
bite.
coaster of emotion.
Not for the bite. I am looking at it. You do not need to do it for the bite.
Okay, so I guess the
But the tail stinger you
poison's-
do.
Oh, the tail stinger! Which is swinging at me now.
Mm-hmm. That's a natural 20.
Do you happen to have a spell that can help me there, Owl Man?
I don't know. As a reaction for you, I have things that. Hold on. Ah,
Shivery bomb.
I wish.
have that.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Silvery
time wizard.
Barbs is OP.
Oh, goodness.
27 piercing damage. Not halved, so that would be 26. 26 is what, 13?
Yeah, don't worry about having. I'll take care of that.
Okay. All right, so 27 piercing damage.
Mhm.
No, sorry, not 27. 31, because I forgot to do the add-on. That was just the dice, because it's a crit. So 31 halved. So 15. And now can you do a con save?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, these dice are double too.
Oh no! I saw the 20 and it went back. That is a 2 plus 4. That is a 6.
That is a fail. So that is, oh my
no.
gosh. So 12, 22, 24 points of poison damage.
That's twice as many dice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
Told you. I told you.
I mean, it fucking hit. I took like 50 like over 50 damage, but we're good.
Yeah, it's not. I told you, modified purple worm.
Okay.
So that okay. Optimus or any. If there are any.
D20.
D20s.
The timer for the mystery D20s is too long.
We can't
it's
have
not.
8 per round. That's the problem.
I know.
Okay,
That's
so
just the problem.
there's one, yeah.
Is there any one? Uno.
A 12. Enemy goes prone, which I don't think it can. Was it prone
Let
last
me
time?
check. I don't.
It was.
It was.
Okay, I
You
recklessly
wanna
attacked
do
for
your
no
attack?
reason.
Yeah, I was
You just
gonna
wanted
say,
to try to cleave it.
Wouldn't.
You still said it. Remember the things, people. So it goes. It seems like a toddler trying to learn how to walk. He just gets up and just falls down again.
Yeah.
Artemis, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to cast Firebolt again. Or try to. Capital idea, good sir. That might. Does a 17 hit?
17 just misses.
Ah.
So this time you shake your hand a bit, and you go, and you shoot it, and as it goes, and it tips back to the ground. You just see the firebolt where it was standing, and just smokes the bookshelf behind, and inside you cry a little because you just damaged books, which is knowledge.
I did cry a little bit.
Anything else you want to do there, Mr. Snow?
Cry.
I don't think so. I think I might. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take my movement. I'm going to. Can I do this? Yes, okay. 10, 20, 30 right there.
Cool. Solak.
So I'm gonna try to.
Purple worm poison.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna shoot it. That's.
You're gonna shoot it.
First one's a miss.
You do get sneak attack because prey is engaged with it. Isn't?
Yeah.
First one's a miss anyway.
So you're about to shoot. You're distracted by the firebolt that's crossing by its path, and you just hear crossbow just incinerate as it goes through it.
Yeah. Cool. So that one there is a 27 to hit.
27 hits. It does hit.
So I could use that after, and my hex. 15 piercing damage with a magical weapon now that I have Asher's +1 weapon.
That's 15.
And 4 necrotic damage.
Okay, so you're gonna get 15. So that's
Wait, you have the rapier?
Not the rapier, the
Crossbow.
Sorry.
Robbie.
yeah, cool. And
Rocky.
crossbow rope.
And so I'm going to use my bonus action to shoot with the crossbow. That is a 26 to hit.
Assassino.
Hits.
And I'm going to use a distracting strike.
And what does the distracting strike do?
Yeah, of course.
It gives the
Looks like
next
you're taking a
person
photo of me playing this game
advantage.
for a second.
Grants person advantage. Right on.
10, 14 piercing damage and 5
What
necrotic.
did you eat? What a hope.
Always from these and then to the break.
Nice. Thanks, babe.
And then you gotta go back now. The pill's already kicking in.
So you see your crossbow will just incinerate, and you just fire another 2 times, and as it goes in, you just see little spurts of blood as it lands onto the purple worm. Just seems like the blood again is affecting the creature in a way that is strange to all of you.
The what? Sorry.
The blood. The blood.
The blood.
When
Just
the
say,
blood
"Get him,
seems to
Prey!"
Prey, when you felt the blood hit you,
Mm-hmm.
it was scalding hot.
Okay.
It was weird. It was like acidic, and it seems to be having the same effect on the creature it is coming from.
Hmm.
Invitus preda. Kill, 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 kill.
Well,
You get
I'll,
advantage
yes.
because it's prone
It's-
and distracting strike.
Yes. I will attack, not recklessly. I'll be, kill the worm. 23 to hit.
Hits.
Hooah! That is 12 regular weapon and 5
For real though?
radiant.
I said, but for real though.
Justin, you're not muted.
I am muted.
How am I
we heard
hearing you say
everything
that?
you're saying.
No.
I still hear you.
Cool. Yeah, that's the damage from
Yeah.
my first attack. Second attack shall be natural 20 again, motherfucker.
Kill.
Um,
So wait, for the first hit, you take
yeah,
8 points of poison damage.
yeah, yeah. Second attack. Whoa. 5. Oh, fuck, that's garbage. 5 plus 7. That is another 12 damage.
Well, okay, 12, and you take another 7. 12 plus.
Oh,
12 plus
Oy, oy, oy. Oh, not good.
15.
Fuck.
Okay, it is now the purple worm's turn. It looks at prey, which has been dealing most of the damage to it, and just
Also taking most of the damage.
gets up. It's going to. I'm gonna look at something real quick here.
The worm is erect.
Ooh, floaty.
Oh
The
no.
worm is erect.
Oh no. Let's go home flick its butt at you, Artemis.
It is going to bite prey.
Mm-hmm. Well, fuck.
That is a 18 to hit.
Yes, hit.
Could you roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
I shall, good sir. 1 and a 3. That with a total of 3.
That is a fail.
Yeah.
You take 12 points of piercing damage
Haha, fuck you,
as it
worm.
bites down on you. And as you say, fuck you, worm, what you guys hear is, oh, fuck you, worm, as it lifts up and you just see Prey's feet disappear into it, and it just Prey, you do not see anything. You are blinded and restrained. You have total cover against attacks and other effects outside of the worm, and you take. Not right now.
Okay. Fuck. That's okay.
And then it is going to move towards Artemis. So I gotta grab Prey with this. Oh, that Prey too. Thank you, Prey,
You're welcome.
for showing that you're in the worm.
Can I put myself in the mouth? There we go.
You moved it. When you moved it, I had you selected. Stop.
Just move it. I'll move it after.
Yeah, I'm moving it to Artemis. So it's there.
God damn it!
So Artemis, he's onto you see its full body now, just go towards you, and as it comes up to you, like, oh no, it's going to eat me next. And just last minute, it does a 180 and just smacks you with its tail. Well, tries to. That is a 24 to hit.
What's my AC again?
Not 24.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Sure as fuck,
Nope.
not 24.
So you take.
Get that con save ready, boy.
It's just like 12 points of bludgeoning, piercing damage as the tail just, the stinger just stabs you right under the ribs. Could you roll a con
Come on.
save for me?
Con save.
Yes, please.
That is a 15.
Just succeeds.
Oh my god.
There goes your life. It was blinking before your eyes.
You take. 10 points of poison damage as you feel it enter under your ribs and you just feel a burst of poison. Just like, and like your brain just goes again. Supposedly purple worms are supposed to be deadly as fuck. What is going on here? Give me a moment here. Sorry, just Boulder speaking to me in the future.
From the future.
From the future. It is now D20s.
Yes, 2 of them. Mr. D20 be fucking splendid. Or a 20, sorry.
Mystery D20s are always
Booga,
fun.
booga, booga, booga,
Under
booga, booga,
10.
booga, booga,
Under
booga,
10.
booga, booga,
Under
booga.
10.
Oh, the fucking 20. 19 though. We're blessed. We're supposed to be baned. I forgot about that. We were supposed to be baned. But 19, we got blessed, cancels out. Fair game?
I get 2 rounds of Bane.
Ooga, booga, booga,
As soon as
booga,
I start
booga,
doing
booga,
death
booga,
saves, that's when we get Bane. Cool.
Ooga, booga, booga,
Okay,
booga,
we need a
booga,
20.
booga, 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 booga.
That is an 8. That is not a 20. The booga booga ooga boogas failed me. 8. The enemy can use a healing potion as a reaction.
And pray as you're being crushed.
No,
you you just feel, you hear in your pocket just, and you're like, damn it, I had a healing potion. And you just feel the worm somewhat get rejuvenated. What's that, 2d4 plus 4?
2.
So 2d4 plus 2.
Yep. Well, and then it's Artemis, right?
Yeah. Alright, Artemis! What shall you do with this close range to the worm?
Don't want to risk the opportunity attack because if I move and it hits me, I don't even get a turn. I don't like this.
Potion was a reaction.
Oh,
That's
is that
right.
how it works?
But that's the beginning. That's right. So I
That's
do
the
not
beginning of the
get.
round.
What's that?
That's right.
Oh, that's a loophole right there. Didn't think of that, but yeah, it did use
That
a
is a
reaction
loophole, yeah,
to use a
100%.
Big
potion.
brain move.
Oh,
Big brain
good,
move.
good one, Sean. Good one.
10, 20, 30, I'm gonna be like, yeet! And then just like shoot myself across the sky.
It's a purple worm if it broke in Prey's pants. But
We're the same
It's
color.
okay. You are actually.
Okay.
Your face is just in the front of the worm.
I fused my body with the worm. It fucking
This is how it
sucks.
works.
I've figured out how Frigate did it.
Also, big brain move. Just wrestling frigate on the inside, like
There you go. That's the
Frigate,
way
I'll
to do
wrestle
it.
frigate.
frigate.
Oh my god. I'm going to now cast. Fuck.
Do you have a
Fucking
power
fuck.
word kill? Worm? Power word kill worm?
I don't want you to cast fuck when Prey's in there, please.
Oh no.
Oh god. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Okay, what kind of save is that?
Wisdom. Hope it's not a wise worm.
That is 15.
It fails.
2d12.
Set. Oh,
7.
oh my god. Stop
Oh my
looking-
god. Tout le monde fume, tout le
Yeah.
monde buvait. Oh my god.
oh my god, oh my god, et tout le monde dit, oh my god.
Now, stop.
That was a
Yes,
beautiful
yes.
musical moment lined up. No desync at all. That was wonderful.
All insane.
14 points of necrotic damage
Ooh.
as the
Let's go.
Gong of Death.
The dong of death.
The Gong of Death.
You just see, as it do, and you pull away from the stinger, just with a big swoop, and then you like kind of like put your foot on the bookcase and shoot up. You're just like, you take a little gong out of your pocket and go, and then the worm. You just see the worm just
Can we refer
Prey
to the
inside
purple,
of it.
Can we refer to the purple worm as the dong of death from now on?
The dong of death. And Prey, inside, it rattles your brain because you feel it shifting and moving. It's like, ow. And you just hear a very muffled, but it hurts your ears. If you could see, you'd assume something bad happened outside. So 14. Bill. It is now Mr. Solak's turn.
I'm gonna fly up right in the kind of like the entryway, and I'll just scream, "Dog of death, this way!"
Dong of death this way, huh? Well.
I'll shoot it with my crossbow.
Crossbow. Cross the dung of
Uh,
death.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Woo! Let's
Excellent.
go. Hey, I'm in it.
Hmm?
I'm not incapacitated, so you should get sneak attack, Nespo.
You're not incapacitated, yeah, so you should because you're in it.
Yeah. I'm distracting
you
it from
are-
the inside.
I will give you heartburn!
So 19 piercing and 3 necrotic.
19 piercing, 3 necrotic. That does 21 in total.
Second attack. Another 19.
Hits.
And 7 piercing and 4 necrotic.
Second, that's 11.
And bonus action, hand crossbow. 17.
17 just misses. So as your first two just like smoke it in the body, you see it begins to whirl around in pain, bleeding on itself. I have to add those. 6, 3, 9, 9.
That's enough.
Neff. And just bleeding on itself. You see that it looks at you as you scream at it, and you shoot the last one. It just and hits there. I need to roll a can save. For the for the Dong of Death. That is a fail. As let me see what it says here. Feet from the worm. Okay, cool. Doesn't really specify, but as you shoot and it hits the wall and it twitches, you see it goes and like bends down and just
Oh, it took too
as
much
prey,
damage.
As prey,
In the hole?
it falls forward 10 feet and you don't see anything. You're not stuck anymore, but you're like, oh shit. You're beginning to fall into the hole. Ray, it's your turn.
Am I mid-air?
Yeah, right now you just got spat out.
Can I try to grab a ledge?
You can, because you're 5 feet within the ledge. Like you slip and slide it out of this thing's mouth because it's slammed on the ground, and you just. So I'll say that you have one.
Okay, so I
try
am
and
gripped
grab.
on it.
If you want to, you can roll to. Like, I will not make that be your action.
Okay.
I'll say if you can
athletics?
grab it, it'll be as if you're prone. Athletics if you want to grab and like just roll. I would say acrobatics if you wanted to land up on your feet.
Athletics it is. That is a 22.
Yeah, you slip and slide, and as you see the light, you're like, yeah, like you're going down the kamikaze, just
Cool.
and you get spat out. As you get spat out, you just grab the ledge and just lift yourself up, roll. Your barbaric rage saving your ass.
That's interesting because if I were to die, I'd rather die in it. But I'll look back at Erden and be like, just point at him and be like, hope you can help, and I'll just run up and try to slash the purple worm, and I'll move
Okay.
over this side, more in a safe no fall zone.
Hit that worm.
I
What
will.
a shame you didn't drop a ball in its mouth.
That was my dying. Like I was like, well, I'm dead, but there's a bunch of balls in his mouth.
The purple dong has a bunch of balls in its mouth.
Yes. Okay, so recklessly, fuck it. Oh, that is a 12 to hit, or sorry,
Misses.
13. But
You run up and you're still covered in like saliva and somewhat partial acidic inside, just like, and you go and your axe slips a bit and just like misses its mark.
second attack. Oh my fucking Christ! 12 to hit.
Well, no, and you try to recalibrate your hand. Your hands are a bit still clammy, and it slips out. You're like, start wiping them on your pants.
Yeah.
And that is your turn. It is the worm. Now, Erden said something. 40 would be right there. I do believe that's its speed. Ooh, no, it can get to you, no problem at all, Erden. So you say this and... You get an attack of opportunity, Prey?
I shall do so. Fuck's sakes, 15 to hit.
15. As it... You just go to try to cleave its stinger off, and just... And the tail just... So, Erden... It's going to roll both its attacks against you for the bite. And the... that's a d20. And the sting. I'll roll both at the same time. That is a natural 20 for the stinger. Because I had picked the dices. The non-metal one was the stinger. And that is a 19 on the bite.
Yeah.
Alright, so for the bite.
Just
You
do the
take...
total.
Yeah, no, but I gotta
Go
gotta
down.
make you do a dex save, please.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
X save is a 26.
You, as it bites you, you use your wings to pull out. You tear a bit. That is 14 points of piercing damage as you scrape out of its mouth, and then it just hits you with the stinger for double the dice.
Oh, so bad, so bad.
That is 24 points of piercing damage. And could I get you to roll a Constitution saving throw?
Constitution. 19.
19 succeeds.
Very nice.
So you take a minute. Oh, that's a big roll for me, though. Oh. Oh.
Jesus, stop jizzing over there.
$25 points of poison damage.
Oi, oi, oi.
That's halved. Because you succeeded.
So 12.
No. The
That's already
25
halved.
is halved. Yeah, because
Oh,
it was a crit,
I'm-
right? So I had to double the dice.
Right, I'm very down.
So it was 50 or
I'm very
51?
down.
It was 51.
Okay.
So it goes and bites you as you pull away. One side, you're focused on getting away from the mouth, and then you just look and you see the tail come up and just smoke you right in the neck. And as it smokes you in the neck, you're like, I can handle this, and you feel the pulse, and it's like, no, I can't. And then your wings just... And I know Erden, he wouldn't fly 10 feet up. He would be just enough to be hovering. So you crumple onto the ground. My roll 20 shrink there. So Erden is down on death saves. I'll put that for death saves. And as that happens, Leia, token Leia. So Balder, you just see a purple worm go bite something at the entrance, and when you come in, you just see Erden smoke on the ground. This thing goes. Can I get you to roll some initiative there, Balder, for your turns?
I rolled, but I don't have control over my.
Oh, sorry, I can fix that. That's a quick fix. Not a problem.
The suspense, what did you roll?
Save. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
16. I will say that
okay.
since you come in, you can have a turn now if you you just show up. That's like what you do this turn, so I will just go back to. And now, if there's any mystery D20s.
There are 2. First one is a 9, which is Le Poupou. We are knocked prone. Ah, fuck, we're so far. Okay, the second one is a 7. Enemy
Let me
gets
roll my
plus 2 AC.
d6 of bludgeoning damage here.
So. Oh yeah, so yeah, you get it. I will roll that. Thank you. Oh. I roll damage to you fuckers. That is a 5.
My roll was a
5
3.
points
I
of
would have preferred 9. Bitch.
As Artemis is floating, you see Erden go down. You try to get a good angle. As you get a good angle, you like your wing hits the wall and just fall prone on that shelf. Prey, you're still wiping your hands, trying to get the slime off. Smoke your butt. Like you're like it's as if you just went down a slip and slide that was covered in soap, and you still have soap all over you.
Oh no! Afterbirth.
Plus 2 AC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who gets plus 2 AC?
He does. It does.
Ooh, okay.
The verm.
Oh, that sucks.
The dung of.
That is not good.
The dung of death.
Mr. Oh, so that's right. The hex would fade too, wouldn't it? From the Pipelwhelm. So it is now Mr. Artemis Snos et votre tour, your turn. What would you like to do?
That was very French for no reason.
Jean-Francois will survive.
I am going to cast Scorching Ray on the purple worm.
The Dong of Death.
On the Dung of Death. If my friggin' thing will let me expend a slot. Oh, that's right. Wrong keyboard. That's why.
That would do it.
Ooh, ba-dum-bum. That's gonna be. Oh fuck! If this doesn't hit, Conrad, I'm sorry. 18 plus 9, so 27.
Yes, it does. Just hits.
Okay. So
plus 2 AC brings it to 27.
fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you,
okay.
Dong of Death.
The Dung of Death will be the death of us all. Come on. So I can hurl.
Oh.
You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. I can hurl them all at once, all at one, or I can divide them. So each one of those is 2d6. So,
all right,
of fire damage. So the first ball is 8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
The second one is 8 points of fire damage. 5 and a 3. The last one
hits Erden.
8 points of fire damage.
Nice.
So 8. This thing is starting to show some wear. Like every time hitting it, it is just like, and you just see it just now scorched, bleeding. It's downed one of your guys. It's somewhat happy about that. And now it's just looking a bit more. Whoever wants to roll a perception check can, or an insight check if they wish.
Nope.
I'll roll an insight
Erden.
check.
Erden, you perceive the inside of your eyelids. They're pretty red
That
and
is
bloody.
That's bad.
So dark. Insight, that is a 24. 11.
24. You would say you begin to assume that this thing is trying to escape. Like it looks like something that is cowering and looking for a plan of escape, but every time it seems to be darting in one way, it like pulls itself back. Kind of like a person going like, I gotta do this, but I don't want to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in between. Mr. Camille, you just came into one of your allies being downed. What would you like to do?
Well, follow my ass apparently, and then I'll get back up, and I'm going to not let another one of my friends die, and I'm gonna do spare the dying on him so that he's stable.
Spare the dying on Erden. Can I just point something out there, Prey?
Yes.
You were also the one that said, "Don't give the healing potion to Boulder."
I did say that.
Eating your words now, aren't you?
I think I actually might have one on me. Let me see. Yeah, I have one healing potion on me, but
Yeah, if you want to do that for your action, giving him potions, your choice.
yeah, I'll do that instead. Get him active rather than just stable.
So you give him the potion. 2d4 plus 2, please, to heal Erden.
That's 5. Or wait, no, plus 2. 7.
7. Erden is up again. And do you have any bonus action you can do? Can he do it? He can do an off. Does he have to do an attack action to do the offhand?
Yep.
All right, just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, and I don't think I want to waste action surge yet. So that's actually, I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna move around just a little bit.
Okay. You're still in its range, so it's all good. It is now. Erden, you just got the shit rocked out of you. As you're on the ground, you just see Balder, who looks fresh as fuck. Like, doesn't look like he's seen. He looks sweaty.
He got a haircut when we were
ran
gone.
here.
Like,
Does he still have Asher stabbed to his back?
Cliche.
Does he? No. Asher, you do not see Asher on Balder. You just see like Balder just pouring a potion in your mouth and going shit and like moving away. So you're on the ground, prone. You have something you can do. What would you like to do? This thing is looking hurt. Oh, can't hear you, Sean.
I'm gonna get up and so
Balder,
it's looking hurt,
Balder's technically next to it as well.
right?
Yes, he's technically next to it. It looks in pain, Balder.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna fucking go ham on it. First attack. 21.
21 hits.
Yeah.
That. 19 piercing damage.
19. Okay.
And I'm gonna use Whales of the Grave on it.
Okay.
So it takes an additional 4 necrotic damage.
Okay. Quick question. When you're facing off with this worm and you're up and you're just point blank shooting into its abdomen, what emotions do you have? How are you feeling?
I'll say mostly anger, but there is a bit of fear. There's a lot.
Okay.
I'm kidding. There's a lot of fear.
Okay.
So second attack is a 28 to hit.
28 hits.
7 piercing damage.
7. A minute. Okay. Okay.
Bonus action. Hand crossbow with a distracting strike. So that is a 26 to hit.
Woo! Hits.
So that's that and that. Woo! Max damage. 18.
Ooh.
18. Describe this the dick of death's flaccid retreat.
Oh,
I just shoot it twice. Right, I'm trying to aim for like the cuts that prey did, and then I'm just gonna take my hand and just try to aim like again towards the throat or something, and just poof, my hand crossbow.
Okay, so as you you go and you do this, you just see right in the cut, and then right in the throat. It's just, and it just as you hit it in the head, just and falls down. You see that it hits the tail end of it is where you are, and then it slumps down into the hole, and then its head. I'll put it right here. It's in between. It's kind of creating like a bridge, where it's just there, and as it falls, and you feel yourself like, you also feel extreme burning sensations all over your body, as when you were ferociously just shooting into it, spurts of blood hitting you. You took in total 19 points of acid damage. So as you see it, actually just like, yes! Falls to the ground next to Balder again. And this beast is dead.
Okay, so I don't want to assume we're out of combat because there's a character technically doing death saves as we speak.
That is correct.
so
It is now Prey's turn.
Well, ooh. Then, I need to get up.
Slippery bottom.
I'll get up and then I'll move 15 feet and be like, Erden, fuck. And then I'll move
I will say
another-
where you were.
Yeah.
Like I explained to the guys, the worm is basically like a bridge that is built across because it tipped and it's kind of like tail sloped head.
Not trusting it. And then I'll
Hey.
dash 10, 20, 30.
Okay. Purple worm's dead. Mr. Snow.
There's a mystery D20, but let's just save it.
Might be a short rest, Jordan.
What do you guys think? Sean redeemed it.
Save it.
Yeah, save it.
I was gonna say I'm irrelevant.
If it's a bad one, it doesn't really matter. If it's a good one, it's good. But if it's bad, it doesn't matter.
I say
Rain.
save it.
Save it.
Sure.
Cool. No, we have 2. So, anyways, let's carry on.
Mr. Snow, it is your turn.
As I'm like, I'll be like, it's dead. I'm going to do detect magic because at this point I'm in investigation mode.
Okay, yeah. Okay, roll an investigation check and we'll get back to that once. Figure out what's going on with Erden.
Do you want me to do detect magic as well, or?
Yeah, you detect a lot of different sources of magic through this room. Mostly like concentrated in the bookshelves you're at, and yeah, the bookshelves have a few, and you assume that the tables that like you detect traces of what used to be magical, but was sucked into your black wormhole that fell down in the pit.
But
That means that there's like traces
Down there?
gone. Like you it was strong necromancy that is just gone. Kind of like when somebody smokes a cigar, like 2 hours later you get in their car and you're like, oh fuck, still smells like a fucking cigar in here. You can tell when somebody smokes a cigar. It's a fucking disgusting smell. I hate it.
It's a 26 on the investigation.
Okay, so we will keep that in our back pockets for investigation. As Perez like running away, Artemis goes, "It's dead. Bookshelf." Mr. Camille.
Well, he's down again, so I guess we will do Spare the Dying to stabilize him.
And Erden, you are stabilized. So we're out of death saves. Prey, you're running there. So we'll go back to the home screen because combat is over.
I also have a potion on me, FYI.
Yes, so home screen, there we go. So you're brought back up. Everything is good. Well, not up, you're stabilized. With your 26, Mr. Snow, you investigate the bookshelf. The traces of magic you do detect are traces of not in gosh, what are the schools there? Fucking forget the schools of magic. I'm in bad DM.
Hogwarts.
Bad DM, sorry. Hogwarts, Hufflepuff.
You see Hogwarts magic.
Oh, shut the Gryffindor.
Harry Potter. You get some divination, illusions, abjuration, conjuration, and lots of necromancy coming from this bookshelf.
Okay, what do I find? I 28 investigation, so I've got to
Yeah,
find
but which
something.
one? Which one do you grab? Which one do you grab? Abjuration, conjuration, divination, or necromancy?
Necromancy.
Okay, cool. You roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, that doesn't sound pleasant at all. 21.
Anyone, you do succeed. You take
Oh, fuck.
6 points of poison damage as you pull this book of necromancy, and just a cloud of like greenish smoke shoots out. You're like, oh shit! You get out of the way, but you still inhale some of it.
I'm just on the ground. I'm down.
This is unfortunate.
As Erden gets saved, you just hear a and you turn and you see that Artemis Snow is on the ground with a book in his hand.
This is the face. I'm like, ooh, and I'll take the book and I'll be like, ah, and the thing is like,
The book just resting on his face. So pray.
I finally get to Erden and be like, Artemis! I'll make it there. I'll run that way next round. Because I'm pretty sure, like, still like 60 feet from Erden, so I mean.
Yeah, you got to Erden. You get to Erden, realize he's stable. You turn, you see Artemis is down. Artemis, can you make one death saving throw for me, please? Okay, well, we just, that's right, we send him privately. It wasn't 20k, sends him privately. Pray, you see Artemis with a book in his hand. What do you do? Not Pray, Balder and Pray.
Baldur, I'll run there as soon as I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I meet Artemis?
You saw your teammates talking to him. That's about like
and
you
leave with him.
and leave with him. Yes. So you do know that he went there with your party.
I mean, there's nothing more I can really do for Erden right now, so I'll head over towards the other unconscious guy.
Sorry, I muted myself to sneeze. Okay, so you guys get there. Are you taking the long way, or are you cutting across a purple worm?
I'll try to cross the purple one. We're going quick.
Roll a dexterity check for me, please.
Death saving throw.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Start like pray you running the long way.
Oh yeah.
Balder, you start running, run on the worm, and as you go to the worm and where it slopes, you just straight up Jackie Chan, like get on your butt, slide down, and then when you come up to where it arches up again, you use the velocity, you just and you get to Artemis. With that, I will say, Artemis, roll one other death saving throw, please. Send it to me privately. What would you guys like to do for Artemis Snow?
I will spare the dying.
Okay. Oh, so you spare the dying on Artemis. Artemis, you are stable on the ground.
I have a happy face. I'm still frozen with my happy face in the book. I'm just like.
Okay. So you guys want to take a rest, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, let's have a quick nap. Let's yeah.
Okay, so
Short rest.
we'll give you guys a short rest. The guys who are stable, you get back up, and this is the first time we're doing this halfway through an episode. But level 9.
Oh god. Oh fuck. Let's go see.
So
what
we don't
I-
have to do it
not
right
good.
away.
Yeah,
We don't have to do it
yeah,
right away.
I'll take a quick look, but yeah.
Yeah, you can take a quick gander. I know that we got wizards and
Oh,
sorcerer
God.
and warlocks.
I got ASI, so I know what I'm taking already.
It's like, I'm a rogue fighter. I know exactly. Oh, look. Skill set here or skill set here. Caster's like, what do I pick? Alright. So yeah, so you guys go and you take a long rest. You guys wake up more invigorated. Pray, Baldur, you guys talk about anything when you're taking your short rest, or?
Hey, Boulder. I think I spoke to your brother. He was. His name was Camille. He was like Commander Camille, and he was like, "Fuck you," and I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you." But we only had a little hole, so we couldn't fight. We could have probably like put something across and be like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah," but we didn't. He also threatened to kill me if I crossed over without him saying it's okay, so I was very tempted to do so. But yeah, I don't want to kill your brother for you. You know, because you want to kill your brother, right? I feel like I heard that somewhere.
It might come to that for sure.
Maybe for sure.
We're gonna confront him, and we'll see how it goes. If it comes to it, then I am not hesitant.
Okay, well,
Who is this guy?
Oh,
I'll point to the owl on the ground.
yes, Artemis, his name is Artemis Snow, and, I think he can speak for himself, right? No, he's passed out.
I'm at this point on my back, or like conscious.
I'd say that you're having this discussion around the end of the short rest. You guys are like rousing up.
Okay, well, so as he's saying that, I am literally exploring. Do I have the option of exploring every little bit of the magic? Like,
Let's say that your detect magic after an hour has faded.
okay, well, I'll fucking cast it again. Also, I'm gonna do
You can cast it as a ritual
my true.
without a spell
True.
slot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll also recover one of my level 4 spell slots.
I think.
Ew.
Conrad, you said we were getting a long rest. I think.
Yeah, I said if you guys want to take a long rest, you can.
Might as well.
Oh, well then I'm not gonna use all my freaking hit dice.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, you guys have full rest. You guys are good. So yeah, so Artemis, you start to rouse up. Again, you see abjuration, conjuration, necromancy, and divination.
Divination.
Okay, you grab the divination book. Roll another dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh,
I will do this every single time without fail,
Oh, with fail.
if I must. With fail. Oh fuck. The problem with having a big gap behind my desk is I roll too aggressively, and it's just like, whee! It shoots up. So,
Just
luckily I have the
spike
very
'em.
small d20s. You said dexterity?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
You take 10 points of poison damage.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna start logging the poison damage.
Yes, please do.
Okay, and then what else? I'll take the other. What other one was
you
it?
get abjuration and conjuration.
I'll take. Well, I'll do both. So 2 other dexterity saving throws.
One of them
Oh, actually, I have
is a
an idea.
dexterity.
I'll having this happen to me twice now. Is it? Can I detect that? Like, can I figure out that it's a spell that's doing this? It's like, is it a trap? Is it like?
You come to terms that the probably the illithid that was practicing magic probably put some traps on his library to make sure that other wizards wouldn't be taking his shit.
That's fine. I will do dispel magic.
Okay.
Oh, it was a spell
you-
scroll.
Oh wait, would that technically dispel that, or would it? Can I just hold on? Well, before I do
dispel
that,
magic.
I don't,
Dispel magic has sometimes the strength to sometimes some magic items if it's cast strong enough, doesn't it?
I've never cast it or seen it cast. I don't think.
I think it
okay,
does say
hold
on an
it's a
object.
level 3 still, I think. Yeah, hold on. Wrong category. Dispel magic. Abjuration. So choose a creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd or lower on the target ends. For each spell 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus each spell's level.
So it's an effect you choose. So you wouldn't be like dispel the scroll. You'd be like dispel the trap.
Yeah, that's right. A magical effect. So the effect affecting like the booby trap, basically.
So I will tell you now, the things you're picking up. So you did cast detect magic. You are picking it pings. They're books. You do not sense a magical effect beyond these books. So you can assume with your high intelligence, these are physical traps. Like you look at where the I'll save your spell slot.
Was it poison every time?
The two ones he pulled was poison, yes.
So not relating to the
I'll look over at Erden and be like, you appear to be quite roguish. Could you please this book right here, and I'll point to the one book, and that one over there, I believe they are booby trapped, and I would greatly appreciate if you would try to unbooby the trap.
Erden will investigate if it's something that he can do without doing anything, just analyzing.
Yeah, roll a investigation trap. Yes, investigation.
22.
22.
22 for English folks.
You look at this bookshelf, like you look where he pulled the necromancy book out of, and you see that it's a little hole. You take like your thieves tool just to see if it was just like a small cylinder that when we push it was released and the gas would come out. You push your thieves tool and you can assume that this is a very advanced trap. There are multiple parts working together. It would take a bit to get all the books he wants. It would take a while. It is an intricate system, and you're not sure if it's with a 22. You're not always sure it's going to be poison.
If I see this happening, it'd be like, gentlemen, if you were to stand back, I think I had this with the Vulture Man. Long story, Artemis. It was kind of like you, but weirder face, not as hooty. But anyways, I'll cast Mage Hand. I don't know what it's going to look like, and I will try to grab a book. Done that too. And try to grab a book from a distance.
I'll just say, whoa,
Okay,
wait,
so-
hold up, let us back up.
Yeah, no, I
So
told you guys to back up.
Okay.
Which one are you going for? So he's got abjuration. He's got necromancy.
The next.
There's the divination.
Yep, that one.
Conjuration. You're going for divination?
Yep. The next one.
Okay, so you grab it and you pull. So how much of a berth are you guys giving?
I think the range is 30 feet, so I'll give it 25 feet.
25 feet. All right, cool. Just give me a minute. Gotta look something up.
Just super long fucking squirt. It's like a skunk, just one stream of.
As I see Prey conjure up the mage hand, I'm just gonna be like, oh, and I'll just like pop a mage hand out myself because I do have it prepared. I didn't think of that at all.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pull it. I'm gonna see how this works first, and then I'm gonna be like, ah ha ha.
We should arm wrestle with our mage hands at one point.
Oh.
Well, intertwine our fingers.
So you're 25 feet. How far is everyone?
I would say at least 25 feet.
I'm back quite a ways. Moment.
I would have moved my full 30
How
feet.
big was the first burst of poison?
The first one was just They were 5 feet each. The 2 bursts of poison you saw.
Okay, cool.
So you're given 25 feet.
Yeah, why not? Why walk more when few walk does as much?
Okay. Yeah, that damage. So as you pull the divination book and Artemis like conjures his mage hand at the same time, your mage hand, Prey, just looks like your hand.
Oh.
It's just
Sexy.
your hand spectral, but for some reason you can see the skeletal, like you can see the skeletal form of your hand within its translucentness. So like, it's real weird. It's like you're looking at an X-ray of your hand, and when you grabs
what?
the book and pulls it out, you just see a 25-foot sphere, just not 25, sorry, 20-foot radius. Sorry, I looked at the spell again.
A little bit
Yeah,
spot
'cause you
on.
said
I was like,
25. Because 25 was in my head. 20-foot radius sphere enveloped the whole bookcase, and then just as it and leaves, the bookcase is in cinders. It
from
is
divination? Oh, the trap was not divination.
The trap was not divination.
Well, hopefully it's magic and
Ah.
it doesn't burn.
So you were able to get the necromancy one and the abjuration one.
Are you? So you're telling me the books were destroyed at this point?
The books that you guys were trying to grab magically are destroyed. Artemis,
can I-
you would now realize that the illithid that had built this library, this was his protected knowledge. You know that wizards are very protective, and it's easy to assume that this illithid went, if I can't have them, no one will.
Oh, what a booty cunt.
For some, but the two, you look through the books. The abjuration spell you find is the
Are they scrolls?
set-
Is that my understanding?
well, it's like their study of the abjuration and a certain
Oh.
spell about how the illithid was working. It is kind of, it has the remnants of the spell sanctuary, but modified in ways that you can't understand because it's an illithid and their mind is fucked up. And it seems that it was trying to morph it into something more. And the other one is a form of the divination spell being warped into whatever this illithid wanted to. To decipher them, it will take you a bit of study. But you can assume that they are the divination. Put Mind Flayer divination spell and Mind Flayer sanctuary spell just into your inventory, and I'll tell you later on how much time and study it would take to decipher another mage's codex, basically.
You said divination and what? Sorry.
The spell is
Sanctuary.
divination, sanctuary. Yeah, divination, Mind Flayer divination spell and Mind Flayer sanctuary spell.
And lastly, there's one more thing I was curious about. Could I fly down the pit? Because I assume there might be something that I sucked down there with my vortex.
Yeah, you can certainly fly down there. Just give me a minute. I got a text. So that's what it is.
Describe your fluttering. Just silent.
Yeah, so it is because the owl
Silent-
has
silent feathers, literally.
silent feathers. Just and down he goes like Mary Poppins on an umbrella. When he goes down, you look around and it's. Do you have dark vision?
120 feet.
Okay. When you get down there, it is a deep, deep, deep pit, about 120 feet.
Reminds me of your mother.
It's like
Both
throwing
my
a
arms
hot
in
dog
here.
down like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
And when you reach the bottom, you see that there is an orb smashed on the ground, bunch of vials, that were probably concoctions of potions, just all smashed. And there is one book that is resting there, and you can see the pages are strung about. And you look at it, and it seems to be the Illithid's spellbook.
Doing?
Artemis grabs the spellbook and all the pages.
Can I
Puts it in his
try to cast? Can I try to cast mending on the orb?
It's a glass orb that fell 120 feet. You can try. You do it. You get to like you go to it and you're like you cast it. You fix like a small part of it, but where it's been shattered and like there's dust everywhere, you'd have to cast mending a bunch of fucking times to probably get this orb.
It is a cantrip, but like I get that it would take like a day's worth of like, oh, little bit of dust, mending,
Yeah.
mending.
And sometimes you cast mending a little bit, and it didn't end up being a part of the crystal. It just ended up being a bunch of dead skin cells, so you rejuvenate some skin.
That shouldn't work that way.
Yeah.
That's what isn't that what beauty products do? Rejuvenate your skin.
Yeah, technically
Necromancy.
it repairs a single break or tear. Never mind, I forgot that it was.
Yeah, this is shattered. This is shattered and turned into glass. So you come up with this spellbook in your thing. You can tell your new compatriots or not, but you have an Illithid's spellbook.
Oh, knowledge is my power, not everybody else's. So just.
Also, we can't use
just-
spellbooks, so whatever.
But I'll also. Are there any vials that somehow survived? Like anything?
Roll an investigation check. I
Well,
have a
he's
number in
doing
my head.
that.
If you get this number, I'll give you something.
14.
That was
No,
not
you-
the number.
That's not the number. I needed a 1. Yes, Erden.
I'll
while
just
he's
bring
doing
up.
all
I'll
these-
just bring up like some shattered pieces of stuff because like the book I tucked away. I'll just bring up like, oh, bother, nothing of value here, and I'll just like throw it on the ground just to show proof that I found garbage.
Okay, Erden. While this is going on down there, what are you doing?
You know I gotta ask. Can I try to collect some venom?
Oh, this. Okay. Yes, I will allow it.
I'm gonna go.
Roll a medicine check.
Can I assist because I'm taking notes and also studying?
You are doing a bunch of other shit right now.
I'm doing
You can
everything.
stay down in you can stay down in your hole, Mr. Owlman. You're not hoppity enough to do all this. You also did look for garbage to fool your friends, so no.
Medicine is a 17.
Okay, you look at this worm and you see its stinger. And you go, okay, do I milk it? Do I cut into it? And you're trying to figure out how to do it. You do find a way. Get over here. You do think of a way to extract some poison. Get her. Maybe. If you want to try, I will get you to roll a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Absolutely try.
Where's praise mage hand when you need it?
Oh God, what's it doing?
With disadvantage, it is a 23.
Okay, so with a 23, you don't take as much, but you take.
Plus 11,
That's not
baby.
That is 5 points of acid damage, just like little bits of spurts of blood smoke on your like get on your hand. You just feel like.
Burnt
What
is
is
not
the
the word I
normal
was gonna
damage?
say.
What is the normal damage of the purple worm's venom?
12d6.
12d6. You take how much you have left of the other one?
6.
6. So you have 6 other doses of the other one. Jesus.
One vial,
One vial.
60% of it.
you look at like I'd say you get a vial of it, but you look at it, and the purple worm poison that you shot at 3 people now, 2 that were assholes and did nothing to, but 1 that fucked up another hexed blood. It is a darker ichor to it. This one seems a bit more translucent.
A thin lobe.
Roll a nature check for me.
Nature. El Popo 9.
You can't tell why
Body read those
it's a different color.
moves.
But you do have put Frigate's purple worm poison, and this one only deals 6d6.
It's fine. I'll take it.
Yep.
What's the save on it?
The save is a DC 15 Constitution.
Okay.
And yeah, Prey, Balder, what are you guys doing while your the 2 guys that were just knocked out start tearing around this fucking lab?
Knowledge.
Boulder, where's Asher? Where did his body end up? Oh.
I
Did you sell
entrusted
him?
his body
Oh.
with a guard. It was going to take him to Dionysus.
Interesting. We can't see him, but Asher can. Lucky dead fuck. Interesting.
Basically, well, because I sent this to Marshall, what Baldur did was he presented the body to the guard and showed the crest on Asher's chest. So he is a Loramsis. So they accepted, and then they said, "We'll take him to see Dionysus," and they left with Asher's body.
And you share this information with me?
Oui.
So I'm like, well, I'll cast Mind Illusion, make it appear on my chest. Be like, maybe?
Oh, what is this weird
Always
comment?
worth a try.
Oh, maybe. We did take care of the thing that your brother asked us to take care of. So we kind of did your brother a favor, which is kind of weird, but I'll be like, hey, you're welcome. Fuck you, bitch. But, we'll deal with that fucker when we get there, I guess.
We also have to bring proof. I mean, I have this. That's proof, but maybe.
As you guys will remember, the original threat in that cave was the illithid that Prey decapitated.
Yes, I will grab its head by the tentacles and be like, well, we could just bring this.
Yes, absolutely. That's fine.
I'm gonna be like, I'll whisper to myself like, Brian, and I'll see if I can taste the blood, just like.
You lick it and it tastes. You lick it and it's black. It is black ichor, and you just lick it and it tastes like rotten fish.
Tastes like knowledge.
And you just hear as you say, Brian, and you lick it. You just hear and you hear the voice going, Pray with it. It's like you were like that frat guy at a party going, I'm gonna jump this fence, and his friends go, don't do it, it's a foolish idea, and then you do it and they just laugh. That's what you get. You're just like, this is entertaining.
Is that part of it, Brian? I don't know. But yes, men of the Gill, we should probably, if everybody's ready, we should probably get going. Unless, Baldur, did you have something to do?
No, I just came to check on you, especially after I heard my brother might have sent you this way.
Oh yeah, we were fine. But thank you for coming.
Yes, you were very fine when I showed up.
We're full HP, or we should be. So yeah, we're good now. We're ready for the day.
Okay, so you guys venture back. You didn't have horses. Well, Prey does in his necklace, but doesn't count. So you guys make your way back. Like I said, about half a day's travel through this protected land. And you get back to the gate. You see that it's the same thing. You get what's his? Did I call him Smashy? Yeah, Smashy is at the door, and just standing there with the guard that like tends to him. And you guys roll on up with an Illithid on Prey's shoulder, well, Illithid head.
I'll just walk with it. I won't like put it on me. Tastes bad, probably. Yeah.
Halloween
Look in
episode.
the little hole just with the Illithid's head, just like, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
So you roll up, and he's just still holding the clipboard. He goes, yes. Oh, you seem to have murdered a mind flayer. Was okay. What? You didn't talk to this guy. You talked to Baldur's brother. This guy's just Bashy's like Smashy's fucking caretaker.
We brought this for the guy that kind of looks like him. Commander Camel. Is that his name?
Right. I will expedite this and message Commander Camille, Illithid head, Smashy, and he lists the note, and Smashy just grabs it. Too loud. Those who remember, Smashy is a Etten, so a giant with two heads, and one of them is just Smashy and smashes his club, and the other one just seems like very sad, like too loud. And he lifts the letter. It takes about 15 minutes, and a bunch of guards come and like open the door and like form a barrier around you, like kind of like doming you in so you can go into the door. And if anybody else tries to get in, to be cut down on the spot. You see like a couple people try to rush, and like the guards just like shove them back, going, "You don't have permission yet." And like, "Oh, I just want to go see my mom."
I'll visit her. Don't you worry.
What? And you guys walk in. When you walk into the Crimson Capital, Prey and Balder, this is a sight you've already seen. Artemis and Erden. To you, it is a strange sensation. When you walk into the Crimson Capital, you can see that like every major capital of a city, it is displaying the banners that are crimson red with the Ramses family crest upon them. And what throws you off is usually a capital is this beautiful monumental thing with stunning towers, architecture, and just pristine. This looks like ruins. The buildings that are supposed to have 2 floors, for the visual, for you can understand, it kind of looks like the London bombings after they cleaned them. So houses that are supposed to be standing straight are leaning, but they have like they're propped up, so they're still like a not a cover, but a place that you can find shelter. And you see like there's just, I don't want to say barrel fires on every corner. It looks very poor. But the people here are range in so many races. There's minotaurs, gnolls, goblins, kobolds, aarakocras, the occasional feral human, like wild, unkept beard, long hair, thick, bushy eyebrows, covered in dirt, but they're all dressed nobly. It's in a place that looks so poor, people are dressed well. And it's just this mix mash of like shambles put together to make a city. And the one thing that is standing in pristine condition is the large palace in the center of this city. And as you walk, you can see that the city is built around a cliff. And at the end of that, like the center point, is the tip of the cliff with this castle. As you guys are walking, you see like people are doing business, they're doing trade. You see a dragonborn, big and just huge, like prey size, just smoking away at a hammer. and he looks up and then just turns towards his forge and uses his breath weapon to heat up his forge. Keep forging. You can see there's a sign that says Kriv Narixis's I was about to say barbecue.
Metal barbecue.
Blacksmithing. You can see that next to him there is a like plague doctor who is giving out ointments and tinctures and just potions to people who are coming to him. It seems like there is a functioning economy within this city, and it is heavily patrolled by guards. It takes about maybe like half an hour. It is a large city to get to the castle, and when you get there, it is looming over everything. You see that there are crows spiraling around it, bats just flying in and out, and just guards patrolling the walls. And you are met at the door by a somewhat short and stocky, kind of looks dwarvish, but has elven features. And he's dressed very nobly, has a long cloak on his back, and he goes, welcome to the Crimson Capital. This is the palace. My name is Randy. How may I help you today?
I'll look at Prey and I'll say, it was the first thing to meet your sister, or?
Well, there's that. Also, probably find Asher's body somewhere.
Yep.
Find someone to resurrect Asher. That'd be splendid. What else? Boulder, your brother. Something to do with that, yes. We also have to find... Okay, so there's Kay, the arcane mistress, or mistress of the arcane, or something. And then there's Daedra, a tiefling, but he, from my understanding, he doesn't have like big horns. He has like little spiky horns. Not quite as impressive.
What is everybody's passive perception? Because I know usually Asher had the highest one.
10.
16.
13.
Erden, as you guys are talking about all this stuff, you can see like Randy's intently listening, seeing what and kind of building a plan. When Daedra's name is mentioned, you see a small like shudder in him. And he interrupts Prey and goes, well, I do hear that you need to meet many people of the council. If you want, I could get the council together to meet so that you may address all of these things together, if you wish.
Sure.
Grand.
Great.
Please follow me. And you follow him into the main courtyard. The main courtyard, again, compared to the rest of the city, it is pristine. This place has been upkept. The stonework, there's not a stone that is moved. It is as if this is what everybody's been working to keep perfect. And you get to the main entrance of the castle. And when you enter, you see that there are different stairways going up and down. He's leading you straight. He leads you to a small chamber. He opens it up. You can see that it's just like a booth, like a big booth area with like benches around a big table in the middle. He goes, you can go in here for a little bit, rest your bones, and if you don't mind, I will be able to take that. And he extends his hands for the Illithid's head.
It tastes awful. There you go.
Thank you. I'm sure the hounds will love it, though. And he says, we'll make sure that you're justly rewarded for your work, and I will gather the council for you. If you need anything, just ask the attending guards for Randy, and I will be here in due haste. And he walks away with the Illithid head. You guys are left to your devices inside this chamber.
What a strange fellow.
So we have a few things to, I guess, talk with the council about. So let's just note them down.
Yes. Speaking of Artemis, it's my understanding you wanted to see Dionysus as well.
Yes. No one seems to have mentioned his presence here. it's okay. It's a bit of a long story. We my old friend and I, Timor, God rest his soul. God's rest his soul. Sorry. And a few others took a contract to help find something important from someone, and then next thing we know, we were teleported into what we thought was just another area. Turns out it was a whole other dimension, and then or a plane of existence, and then we had to fight this weird person that had detachable feet and hands and arms and all sorts of things, and a big ball. I have the notes here. Hold on. He's just like opens up his book that on that page after, and just like pops it there. It's a like, detailed note. So he's like he can detail like write everything detailed, but like he gets the social anxiety of like explaining it out to people. So he's just like it's all here, and then he just like puts it there, and then whoever wants to read it will get the full story of what happened, and then how Dionysus pops up and introduces himself and says, "Oh," because he, if I'm not mistaken, side question, he did say like, "Oh, if you guys ever need something, come to the Crimson Capital." Didn't he say something like that at the end of that?
No, he said at the end of your one shot, he said, "Gentleman Velociraptor, I think I'm ready to return."
But
is
I
what
would.
he said.
Okay, I would know who that is though, because I am from. Technically, I've seen this person before, a military background, and from
You
where he
know
was
who
serving as
Dionysus
Hand of the
is.
King. Yeah.
Yes, you do know who Dionysus is. Gentleman Velociraptor, you have no. So you know that, like, your inside knowledge of Dionysus, he was the Hand of the King. He was murdered, which is what started the turmoil between on Sepdion land. Like, that is not common knowledge, but it's known to whoever is pressed into the matter, such as the Men of the Gill and you. You are the only one who, and the Men of the Gill are the only one who know that he's been resurrected. Like, you have proof, you visually saw it. The rest of the world is just you guys saying hearsay.
Yes, and basically I'll have like in quotation marks, or like in brackets, it's just like spoke out to Gentleman Velociraptor. I'll just put that in like the quote, the air, like the quotes in the thing. Be like question mark. Find out later.
If I'm not mistaken, we murdered Gentleman Velociraptor.
Yes, you did.
No, he was sacrificed.
You actually no. Esme's sister was sacrificed, and Prey told Dionysus that that Gentleman Velociraptor sacrificed kids to bring him back, which pissed him off.
Right.
Which then he killed. Because he said he asked Prey what to do with him, and Prey said, "I want his heart." So he ripped out his heart and threw it to Prey's feet, and Prey ate it.
I just had what do you call it? Epiphany. I had epiphany, and
it's an epiphany.
An epiphany. Okay. Well, okay. Based on Maribel's story, right? Daedra killed Dionysus? Why would they both be here?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know that he's back. Like, I don't know what the deal is. Because I'm writing my notes and I'm kind of asking myself the same thing.
Right. Because did Daedra just be like, "I'm Hand of the King now" or something? Like, I don't know. We'll have to see who's on the council and then assess the situation from there. Does that make sense?
So
Yes.
just to list down, we want to meet/talk with Kay.
Yes.
We want to ask Daedra to testify to prove Mirabelle's innocence,
Yes.
or basically to,
Confess to
And then-
what he did and not blame others or whatever.
and then meet Dionysus, or find him somewhere.
Right.
And what else?
That because meeting Dionysus was for Asher originally, because Asher was told, "Find me if you want to know more about your non-vampire issue."
I mean, realistically, I feel like wouldn't it be more of an argument if we go meet Dionysus, if we would have went to see Dionysus first, and then be like, hey,
But where?
it just told us it was like in the Crimson Capital.
Yes, I thought it was probably like in the Capitol building in the Capitol. You know, like I don't know. I just assume
Perhaps.
we're gonna see who's on the council, and we'll be like, hey, who are you, or why are you here with Bebeda? It'll be an interesting conversation for sure. Also,
'Cause,
hey,
like,
sis.
And now it comes to boiling point that the men of the guild have a lot of information, but have never pieced any of it together.
Yes. We'll see what's happening.
As Artemis is like listening to these like back and forths, he's like trying to keep track because all he knows is like what he knows, and he's just like, oh, too much to write down. He's just gonna like get a little overwhelmed and then just like take out his bottle of a Boundless coffee and just be like, oh dear, oh gosh, okay. And it's too early in the day for this, and then just like store it back.
Because really, we could tell Daedra, like, hey, testify. And he could be like, haha, no. And then what?
Well, there's that, and we could be like, well, we have no proof. Le poo-poo.
That's why I said, like, yeah, if we could have found Dionysus first, but we don't know where.
We could have told them Dionysus is alive, and then they could, you know, see,
well, we'll
see the
start with
reaction.
that. We'll say that Dionysus is alive because we've seen it. And then yeah, your reunion with your sister, I guess. And then there's also Baldur. Is there something you want to do with your brother, or like you just want to try to avoid that for now?
Oh no, I am much looking forward to talking to my brother.
Excellent.
Is
Cool.
your-
Cool.
Would your brother be on the council? Is that like a person that would be there?
I believe so.
Okay, well, we have to keep it civil. I know I'm not one to talk about civility. Is that a word? I don't know. But, we need to keep it cool. I know that word.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll try what we can, but yeah, let's just
Never promise. There we go. That's the motto of the Men of the Guild.
I mean, we're as
Says
prepared
the
as we'll ever
guy
be.
who was originally coming here to kill his sister.
Never promise, never disappoint. There we go.
So as you guys are like wrapping up this conversation, you see the door open. Randy shows up and goes, "Yes, if you'll follow me, the council is gathered in the main chamber to meet with you for your various requests. Also, here you go." And he puts for normal adventurers, a nice like sized pouch. For the men of the guild, this is a small ass fucking pouch.
Erden, do you want to count that quickly? Just to assess our
Sure.
mood for the council meeting?
I'll put it in the in the group loot.
You get 50 gold pieces.
That is poop. Even for level 1s, that's poop.
I'll just look at the bag and be like, thanks. I'll just pocket it. I'll just look at Prey and be like,
Okay, we'll add it to the list of things to mention.
no. Well, okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. Read the room, Prey.
Yes.
Let's just read the room.
We'll read, all right.
Bray cannot read.
I can definitely read.
So you guys are following Randy down this main hall. You see that there is, as you like, there's your typical like war paintings of like great battles on like the walls, just like displaying the Crimson Capital banner, winning various victories. And you get to the main door, which is two large doors, well maintained, dark wood. And on top of that, there is a large painting of a beautiful blonde woman hair brought up, big red crimson dress, kind of not like Targaryen, not Targaryen, and not like Lannister, but kind of like with furs on her. Like she looks like a warrior. She's like not stocky, but she's lean. There we go. And in front of her are two young children, elven descent, blonde, and next to her is a large older man with armor who's standing very sternly, and in front of him is another young child, bit older than the elves, human though, and he also has that stern look on his face. And when it opens, there is a kind of like an ascension to a small stage with a table with 4 seats. In those 4 seats, you can see that directly in the middle, there's Dionysus Laramsus, seated there. Unlike the last time you guys saw him, he's actually dressed this time, not stark naked. He is wearing elegant robes of crimson reds and blues. Erden, you do realize that there are pieces of armor peeking out, kind of hidden beneath the robes. Next to him is a heavily armored old man. His armor is the best way to describe him is he looks like one of those stereotypical colonial marines from Warhammer. Like the armor's huge, like just full plate armor, and you just see his head, and he has a sword just resting on the table. Then there is a empty seat, and next to that empty seat is to pray. It's his sister. The person he mud wrestled with, the person he took piss bath with, the person he did all these different things with. But to you see a small, not thin or sickly, but just like a petite tiefling wearing black robes and not scantily clad either. She is covered. You see her face, and she just has tattoos all around, like her cheek, where her facial features would be, are just covered in tattoos and runes. And they sit, and the old man is the first one to address you. He looks like probably early 60s, and he goes, "You stand before the Council of the Crimson Capital, Dionysus Laramsus. Myself, Rickard de Haven, the Crimson Dutch, and the Mistress of the Arcane, Kay. Missing from this meeting is Commander of our armies, Commander Balder Camille. What brings you forward? What makes you summon us here?"
First,
Balder, is your brother's name Balder as well?
No, it is not.
while he says that, I just want to not bow, but kind of just like show a sign of respect to Dionysus, since he revived Asher and yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just Ernie will kind of move a little bit ahead, and he'll say, "We thank you for having us. Let me introduce ourselves. We are the Men of the Gill. So part of our party is Mr. Artemis Snow," and I'll just look at him like,
I'll be like, good day. Technically not one of what you just said. I don't know what that is, but
"Oh,
yes.
You are now. Welcome."
I'll require to see the fine print. Thank you.
May require death.
But before we get too far, Erden, I don't want to cut you off, but Rickard, you said Balder Camille. I think you said the wrong name, because Balder's brother, what's his name? The green cunt. I don't know. His name is not Balder because Balder's Balder, right? But anyways, carry on, Erden.
Vitus Preda.
Yes, that's me. Call me Prey.
As Prey mentioned, Balder Camille. And myself, first mate of the group, Erden Solak. We thought that we could speak with you today for a few matters that we want to discuss or get more knowledge from you, perhaps.
We are at your disposal, but to answer the Mr. Prater's question, one, when one is speaking, it is not kind to interrupt. Two,
Don't worry about it. Erden's my buddy. I don't mind interrupting him. It's fine. We're good friends. Oh, yes.
As I said, it is rude to interrupt. Manners are important. It's what keeps civility civil. Civilization civil, sorry.
As
I slipped on my
I'm standing in front of him without a shirt, just like, yes.
He goes, Commander Camille has shown great promise with his military prowess. He has gained us much land. And what proof have you that this half-orc is the real Balder Camille as you speak? We've had proof from the one who is supposed to be sitting next to us right now. But he has a war front to plan. So he is excused of this meeting.
And what proof did my brother bring you?
Commander Camille brought us eyewitness accounts and various testimonies of his accomplishments, and he's proven himself in battle. His stories speak for themselves of the grand rescue he pulled in one of his last
stories.
Pardon?
I said his stories.
Yes,
They're just stories. They're not his.
Yes, but he did bring witnesses that also
And where are these witnesses now?
Those witnesses are on different assignments. There are some that are on the field, some that are within the city. Some of them are high-ranking officials, but they are spread across our territory.
And what happened to that, to my team, to my squad that he supposedly rescued?
The squad that Commander Camille, the 25th, after they were debriefed and healed, they talked of Balder's achievements and how if it weren't for him, that the operation would have been lost, the information that they gathered would have been lost, and that the mission was a success due to him. Once Commander Camille took control, he told us that the 25th was very talented, and they'd shown their skills to be accompanied by him, so they were decided to be separated to lead their own teams across the field. Some have fallen, some are still on operations. We're waiting for reports.
Did you ever see them with him?
There was one. What was his name? I can look through the testimonials, but there was one who told us of Balder Camille's heroism in person.
I would love to know who it is who corroborated. I can't say that word. apparently.
Corroborated?
With these lies.
One, we will not accept slander of one of our kingdom's heroes, so please refrain
I'm gonna
Uh,
pull out
you-
the badge from the good boy and hold it up and be like, I fought with these men. I fought with their brothers. I am the true Balder Camel. My
Well,
brother
then-
has claimed my honor.
Well, that is good and all. But again, it's still your word against testimonials. We are still civilized folk here. If you can bring me better proof, I would gladly give you
My
the
brother
credit.
has sent my team to their deaths.
Well, a few have fallen. As you say, a few have fallen, which is the nature of war. Not every unit survives. This is the price to pay when defending a nation. The others are still on task. They're just not here.
Where is my brother? I would love to talk to him.
Commander Camille is currently in delegations for our future operations to push the front towards Palumas.
I think it's only right for him to try to come, have a chance to come here and try to. My brain's not working good tonight. Defend his name.
Find Randy. Yeah, yes, Crimson Baron. Please fetch Commander Camille and tell him that the men that he sent to clear the pass have returned and request an audience with him. It is a pressing matter, but do tell him that his delegations are more important and to come join us once the delegations are complete. Yes, sir. And he just leaves the chamber and closes the door behind him.
So I'll look at Prey and I'll say, do you have something to say?
Okay. You haven't said anything since you've seen me, but, I'm alive!
She is staring at you silently. Just reading the room. Just looking at you.
I found out the truth about, apparently it was called the Demon Knight, our puppy, and he was,
As you're speaking, you hear a voice enter your head, and it's a voice you recognize. She goes, "Pray, not here, not now, for once in your fucking life. Shut your goddamn mouth. We will meet later. I will send word where." And that's in your head. She's not moving her lips. She's just staring. Like, as you're hearing this, her eyes are super open and just staring at you.
As soon as
And
she
you see
starts
the
to talk to me, I'll just stop and try to focus on listening. Just like,
I'm looking at Prey like tap his back like,
Is he
"You
having a
good?"
stroke?
yes, yes, just nice to see you, Kay. I probably won't see you again for years, but it was nice seeing you. Next matter, please.
As you look, the Crimson Baron is now just staring at Kay, and Kay just like side eyes and just like, you see that her breathing gets a bit heavier, like not like panicked, but just like fuck.
Horny? Oh. Well,
Yes, she's very turned on by this 60-year-old man.
no, handsome brother.
So our next matter, well, our next two matter kind of go hand in hand. So we were here to potentially find the one who goes by the name Daedra, who would have apparently, no disrespect, Mr. Dionysus, but apparently would be the one who would have ended your life. And then you were resummoned, and some of my good friends got accused of that, and I'm just wanting to see if their innocent could be, if they could be rewarded with their innocence because they didn't do it.
You say Daedra, like you've met Dionysus a few times. Well, once, and he was actually you never met him. Pray's the only one who's met him, and
Oh
Ashley,
shit!
but
Right,
Ashley's
yeah.
not here.
I just saw the mirror
Yeah.
image of naked
So, but
Dionysus.
of naked Dionysus. Every time you've seen him, his face has been stoic and cold. You say Daedra, and you bring up Maribel in them, and his demeanor changed from this calming presence, and his face scrunches up. He goes, "Your friends who helped Daedra did not only murder me, they, how you say, as your owl friend will confirm, they sent me to hell. They took my dream of unifying two nations into the world it used to be. To rejoin shattered lands. They did not only kill me, they destroyed all potential at peace. They killed. You know how much work it is to bring great help back? They killed Randy. Randy is a good man. He's just very loyal. I could tell him to do anything, he'd fucking do it. Not only did they do that. Yes, Jordan.
Is Randy hoppity, if you know what I mean?
No, Randy is just, how could
Dandy?
I say? He's bound to me. Kind of.
Like,
No. I have no need for such releases.
releases, okay, well, sorry, Dionysus, carry on, Randy, yes. Just curious.
And they are not as innocent as they seem. To you, Mr. Solak, when I say the name Bahamut, what comes to your mind?
Does Erden? Sean knows. Does Erden?
But like, does Erden know the main pantheon? Is what you should ask.
Can I roll
Yeah.
a religion check? I'm proficient.
You can roll a religion check, pray.
Can I roll it too? Just
5.
Yes, if you want to.
5.
But Bahamut's a really cool name.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
1 plus
Bahamut's a really cool name.
plus 1.
Knowledge
so
man.
no.
Knowledge man, roll.
I'd be like, yeah, can I? I'll be like, I think I've read that name before. I'll just like, can I go back?
I
in my
will
mind?
say, Artemis, you have been raised in such a way that Bahamut is the main deity of like justice and peace and law. Like he's a platinum dragon. He is a deity.
I'll just say with all due respect, Dionysus. I don't know what your title is, Dionysus.
If it's easier, you can call me Dio.
Dio.
Yes, I do not take offense to a shortened version of my name.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, with all due respect, Dio, I am not personally familiar with those types of deities, or honestly, not many deities at all.
Bahamut, again, he says it basically. He goes, Bahamut is the deity of law, justice, peace. Is very good. The party that eradicated me also eradicated the high priestess of Bahamut on the Hadriel, because she was working to protect the hand of the king. Your friends eliminated me on the whim of a madman. They blindly followed Daedra without checking. they believed his charismatic ways. So I will ask you, if the leader of a cult does not murder one person, but tells all his followers to shed blood of innocence, are they not as guilty as he?
The way that you explain it, they would be. However, this is not what I understood, so I'm kind of the middleman here. I'm not really sure what happened, but from my understanding, it was they found you and you attacked them, and they helped Daedra, I believe. I'm trying to remember.
You're actually, the way you're doing it is exactly the information you were given.
Okay, yeah, because from what I understood, they like Daedra was there, but they weren't really following him. It's just that you attacked and Daedra happened to be there, and they kind of helped them. And
I
oh
will
god,
add one thing for you. I will add one thing for you. Now, I look at you. Your face looks somewhat familiar. I can't place it, but I'm sure you know. Oh, yes.
well, you remember Prey?
No, not like that. I mean, like, I know
Oh.
you were there when I came back.
Oh,
Don't worry.
okay.
You don't need to be secretive. Both everyone on my council knows of my affliction.
Okay.
You're welcome, by the way. No, wait. We tried to stop it. Anyways, carry on.
None's a matter. Your face. I'm sure you do you know what White Garden Asylum is?
It's Erden now, being from
Yeah.
Daedra.
You beat your with your father's background. It is the high-end military. Like, it is the Azkaban. Like, send all the fucking worst people there. They will never escape.
It's like middle of Antarctica, Azkaban, like.
It's also the spot that where Bellarula is.
I see. Yes, I do know of that place.
So your friends helped overthrow the warden, murder his guards, overtake this prison. They attempted to recolonize with people who burnt down an ancient forest and tried to slaughter a populace which lived in said forest. And in the process of that, they released a serial killer named Daedra, who is hellbent on killing me because I am the one who caught him. Your friends, I do believe that I do tend to keep tabs on the people who murder me. Maribel was in that prison for double homicide. The Annabelle who was with them, she was not in prison, but she did. How could I say? How do you say it there? She hid them, assisted, abetted,
accomplice?
aided and abetted.
Yes.
Yes, an accomplice. The tiger, the Leonin that was with them, also an accomplice. Daedra is a serial killer.
Muhit.
Yes, Muhit.
Yes.
And so the Daedra and Maribel, Annabelle. Then there was a Leonin. He was a murderer, slaughtered an entire village of gnomes. And then there was the last one, the black cat. Onyx.
Yes.
She slaughtered a noble in her home city, which is a destined vacation destination. And then they led a revolution to separate the northern part of Zahedriel from the southern part of Zahedriel. So you're telling me just because they were following the whims of a madman, I should expose myself to Daedra once again? He does not know I am back, I assume.
I just subtly make him appear naked again and be like,
Are you laughing at like Dionysus naked? He looks at you. And goes,
I try to do
he
it
looks at you
subtly
and
though.
goes, Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
I'll have to get Dionysus' stuff open.
That's a 3.
Yo, fuck. He probably has more passive perception than that. He looks at you and he goes, I'm glad you're admiring perfection.
Well, you did say.
Pray, what the fuck?
It's what he said. He said he would like. What were the words?
Expose himself to the Aedra.
Expose
That's
himself.
clever.
Yes.
I like that one. I like that. So yes, as you can see, your friends are not as innocent as they say. Yes, Mr. Artemis, I believe your name was.
Yes. So basically, as all this is happening now, I'm taking notes because I know none of this. Like, I don't know their friends. All I know is Dionysus. All I know is that I was in hell. Basically, helped him come back. Partially helped him come back. I'm just like, okay. So the events that they're talking about being from Zahadriel, would I know?
Oh yeah. You were actually at the school when some of this shit went down. You vividly remember a moment when the whole school was chaos, when Dionysus, the leader of the school of the Azad Sali Woods School for Magic, the High Priestess of Bahamut, and the Orgazian Council leader teleported into your school to investigate suspected criminals being there, and then all of a sudden, all hell breaking loose as they all teleported away. And then a few hours later, it was reported that Dionysus was dead and that the White Garden Asylum had fallen.
Can Erden roll insight on everything that Dionysus
just said? Yes.
So basically, I'm taking notes and I'm just like, oh god. In Artemis' head, he's just like, who am I affiliated with? Who am I affiliated with? What is going on? What is going? Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Yeah. So, what do you?
Excuse me, Mr. Dionysus, sir. Would you prefer Master Ramses? I don't know.
As I said, you can call me Dio. You can call me Dionysus. You may address me as Ramses. Just keep it consistent, so I know you're talking to me.
Oh, okay. Just for convenience sake, Dio. Okay. Is it possible? I know you're probably very busy. Possible to have a moment alone with you at some point? There's a few things I kind of curious to discuss with you.
Is it you? If I can tell you now, the people that are here in my council, whatever you tell me will be passed down to them. So it is. This is a safe area. You may proceed, or if it is very touchy and you wish to just have it between myself and you, I will respect. So, the decision is yours.
Well, there's a few things I'd like to discuss more privately. But one of the things, just to recap what you said, so you're not going to let people know you're alive to avoid war, because the whole war I thought was starting because you died, and then it made people mad because you were dead, and then it was accusations, but then you're scared of not scared, sorry. You have the potential of being killed again by this so-called Daedra, that is quote unquote a madman. Am I following this correctly?
Artemis,
I was not here for any of these events.
Artemis, he's alive. Maybe I didn't follow the story, but yeah, you said the war was going to start because he's dead, but he's alive. Wouldn't that not? Wait. Am I getting the point you're trying to put across? Sorry.
There are a few things. There are a few problems with that. One is I was killed. No body was found, but it was shown that I was dead. Now, if I
Oh,
questions will be asked.
oh, there we go.
Recap, rewind to like
You-
10
you-
seconds.
You froze. Yeah, the last thing you
Oh,
said.
sorry.
Eh.
Yeah, no problem. He goes, so if I come back, when I died, there was nobody. So if I miraculously come back, questions will be asked. 1. How did you come back? Oh, don't worry about it. Blah, blah, blah. Vampire.
Blah blah blah.
That's a lot of people. If they're not from the wildlands, do not look politely on it. They just see monsters, they want death. This is an affliction that was handed down to me by my family. I was not turned, I was born into it.
So dark
Secondly, if I was going to show myself, I then run the risk of Daedra knowing that I am back. And this madman, not knowing how much power he's garnered, will now put my kingdom at risk. Yes, I will stop a war, but I am also signing a death warrant for my homeland. I am now taking Zahedriel's heat, I'm taking Palumus's heat, they are all going to rain hellfire on the wildlands. And I will not let my mother and sister's legacy go in a ball of flame. So I will stay in the shadows, I will run my kingdom, and I will place my votes for what is best for the populace. And me staying hidden is best for the populace.
Understood. I believe I understand. There was a lot of moving parts. I understand that. Okay. But perhaps later we can chat more. Okay.
Yes.
He's gonna like back out from everybody again, just because he's like, this is too much talking for me today.
Okay.
Put
Arden,
up
not
safety
Artemis,
blanket.
Erden, you rolled an insight.
Yes, I crit, so 22.
Okay. Most everything he said about Maribel and her group of friends and the atrocities that they have done, he didn't flinch. He didn't flinch, didn't give a tell. That is all you know. Fact. If enough digging was probably done, this person saying it to you believes that stuff at 100%. The one thing that got weird was when he would talk about who Daedra is. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Daedra. Who Daedra is. He's shifty about it. He words it in ways that are truthful, but he's shifty about it.
Hmm. I mean, Erden's a little bit in shock because after having his friend, like, believing his friend of what happened and seeing him talk about that, yeah.
If I may, there, what happens?
Actually, Pray,
Yes?
I forgot to say something. When you try to cast minor illusion to
Yep.
make Dionysus
Yep.
up.
Okay.
Sorry.
You froze a smidge, but I'm guessing
No.
you said it didn't work.
No. it
Yeah,
didn't
you
work.
tried to cast it. The slot's gone. But the spell didn't go
The
through.
cantrip slot, cool.
Okay, I'm just saying, like you just like you expended energy and just like nothing came from it.
Okay, well, if I may, if someone or a people or a heritage or someone like that would be oppressed, would the best course of action, would it not be to rebel against being mistreated or something like that? Or revolt, as you put it? If
Yes.
someone is wrongfully imprisoned or enslaved almost or something like that, would it, you can only take so much, right? You can only
Yes,
slap
this
an
is-
elk so
this-
many times before you get antlered.
Yes,
It's a fun game for
definitely.
children, but anyways, if it would be justified that they're like, well, we weren't supposed to be in prison, and then they were in prison, they're like, well, we're getting fucking beat or something. Would it not make sense for them to revolt and do what they did? Would there not be a sort of seeking your own justice?
So you're speaking that if these people were not guilty of the crimes they were accused of.
Yes, not guilty and then perhaps misled by Daedra? Like a lie,
But again-
like you follow the wrong thing and then, it's not... Your
I will
intentions
extend
weren't
this.
bad?
I will extend you this. From what my agents have been able to gather in the few weeks I've been home, is that Maribel and Annabelle had nothing to do with this. They were just following. Maribel tried to speak reason to people, tried to do different things, but she still did follow. Annabelle, from what I understand, is rebuilding the librarium after it was tragically burnt down. And as he says this, Erden, you realize there's just a big shit-eating grin on his face. He's fucking happy that place burnt down. I'll give you that with your crit. So she's rebuilding. She has a home. I will extend this. Wherever my kingdom has reign, and whichever groups have affiliations with the Crimson Capital and the Wildlands, Maribel will have immunity. That only extends so far as my borders. And from what I understand, Theos Arena does not fall under those borders yet.
My next point was kind of going with that. I was going to ask if their crime could be, if Maribel's and her friends, who were simply followers, if...
As I said, Annabelle and Maribel, Muhit, Onyx, and Daedra are guilty.
If we bring you, or if we get rid of Daedra, is it a possibility to have them grant them innocence?
Well, there's some of those people that are dead, right? Didn't Onyx and...
Do you believe Muhid and Onyx? They're
Yes.
both dead.
They were
They
killed...
died. They died in the boat explosion.
Yes.
Same way Donnie went in a blaze of glory.
Turtle soup! Okay, so... So, Erden, you want to get them pardoned, right? And
I mean, if it's an option, and I'm just wondering, like, I don't know if it could help with the war, or like what.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, he said there, like, Maribel is kind of pardoned with. In here, I guess you can't really do more than that, right? That's as much as you can do. You can't be like, hey, other continent, she's okay. Because the other continent is like, fuck you, and also you're not technically alive, right? Wink.
There is another way that could happen. You could help me expand my borders.
And how would we do that?
I know how it would begin.
First we take Polumis,
Nope.
Testuche,
Nope.
Mercer,
Nope.
indoctrinate the Isles,
Nope.
Exahedriel.
Nope.
All under one banner. You've walked through my city. Have you seen poverty? Have you seen discrimination? Have you met racism? Have you met slavery? Have you met anything that is undesirable? Within my realm, everyone lives as they want to live.
I look over
Did
at
you
Balder.
not-
I was like, there is Balder's brother. Undesirable.
What?
Balder's brother. That is something undesirable in the realm.
Oh, yeah.
As you bring this point, though, here's your and for a half orc, this guy looks full orc.
Oh god.
Balder took a bit more of the human side, like with the leanness and the like physique, but he has orcish features. This guy looks full orc, but with less aggravated like jaw. But he looks like his bloodline was stronger with the orcish side, and he just sits at the chair, and like all of them are sitting presentably. He just straight up. What was so important that I needed to be pulled out of my delegations for war plans and efforts to gain territory?
I just wanted to hear your story.
This is a waste of time. Why are you here, brother?
Why have you taken my name?
What do you mean? I'm Balder Camille, son of Yahonda Camille, and my disgraced brother, Jackal, stands before me. Please tell me you've not wasted your time on my brother's fairy tales, wishing to grasp at straws to a palace I've built.
I don't need your seat. I just want them to know the truth.
You can roll insight on Balder's
Yeah,
brother.
you can roll an insight on him.
This 13.
Give me a minute, just gonna load up his thing. 13. Yeah, this guy he's confident in what he's saying. He's fucking, you can tell that
It's a
he's
practice
true
lie.
about the kingdom. Yeah, he believes what he's saying, but you know Balder. You know Balder sticks his neck out. He ran in front of a fire giant for you guys. Like, he didn't know you guys, and he still stuck his neck out. This guy, just the way he presents himself, sitting down, not giving two fucks, doesn't look like that type of guy who would rescue his entire team.
I'll look. I'll look over at Kay, and I'll say, I'm not one for arcane knowledge, but is there potentially a way with everybody here, perhaps having arcane knowledge, that we could confirm the story of each individual here?
There is such a spell. But the issue being this chamber. And she just goes like, tries to cast a spell, 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 goes. As much as there are spells that help decipher truths, there are also spells that enhance lies. So such as when I was indoctrinated into the council, this entire chamber was plastered, if you will, with anti-magic. We are all equals here. We all have our own suits, but magic is not an option within these walls.
Is it
I
something
heard
that
that. Artemis is gonna try to cast Mage Hand and be like, "Oh, okay."
Ooh.
Yeah, nothing works.
is there? Could we potentially? I mean, of course, if Commander Camille is so confident, we would do it outside of these walls.
As you start to push into it, he goes, "This is a complete waste of my time." And he gets up. As he gets up, he goes, "I have a war effort to plan. I have techniques and battle proven. My trial has been won. My trial has been honored. I have witnesses. I have documentation. All you have is words and wishes. Yes, magic can help to cipher out truths, as the arcane mistress has said. There are also spells that let you alter time, alter gravitational pull. You think that just because you can say, oh, this person is lying, that you haven't enhanced your lie?
I loudly yawn, just like.
You seem rather defensive.
I
Commander Camille.
have better uses of my time. If you will excuse me, Duke. I was about to say Duchess. Duke.
Insult the
I
Duke.
I have important things. I have meetings, and I have special plans for things to come. Now,
And
if you'll excuse
lies.
me. You'll
Who were the
excuse
members of the 25th?
As he's walking out, and he reaches the door, and he opens the door, pulls the door open, he goes, "The files is where you'll find the records of my team."
How do you not know their names?
He opens it, goes, "I have an entire military to worry about now."
What were their names, Balder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to my life of coming up with names on the goddamn spot.
Names like the one thing I have the hardest time with too.
I provide the names would probably be sufficient.
No, get into it, Baldur. You can come up with some names later on and send them, and we send them in the group chat.
Well, one was gonna be Jerry, because that
Jerry,
was
okay.
the good boy's brother, because we couldn't say his real name, so we all just called him Jerry, and that's one of the ones I was gonna call my brother out on, but didn't chance.
Jerry, good boy's brother. Okay, so we'll put that good boy's brother. Okay, it's on the file. I will write that in there. So there you go. Is there anything else to address, or is this meeting concluded?
Can I get a list of the remaining members of the 25th and where their positions are, or their last
That can be delivered to you. Where are you staying?
We just reached the capital. We don't know.
Well, I will arrange for you to have respite at the Vulture's Perch, which is a tavern here within the Upper District, and it's close to the palace itself. So if we need you, you're easy to access, and if you need us, well, you can just try. You can talk to Randy. If there's anything else, if there's nothing else, I will say this meeting is concluded.
One thing, Dionysus.
Yes.
Was
Yes.
Asher delivered to you?
Yes, Monsieur Lepis was brought to me. His body had seen some quite the damage. It sadly, the clerics here, for not a resurrection but a revivification, it had informed me it had been past the allotted time. And when I contacted my benefactor, he had informed me that Mr. Lepus had already embarked on a new adventure within the realm. So, I can have his remains brought to you, or we can do something here within the palace. We will prepare his body, and you may send him off if you wish.
He had asked to be burned, right? That's what he said.
Just one little quick request first. From Asher himself, he was asked to be turned into a fuzzy leatherish undergarment for myself. If you could have someone take the measurements and perhaps craft that for me, that would be splendid.
He looks at you and he goes, "Yes. This is a message I received last evening for you, Invitus.
Yes.
Brian
Ooh, name
wants you to know
Okay.
that the loincloth will be made.
Brian told you this.
Yes, but or as we call him here in the Crimson Capital, if you want to express interest, he is one of our main deities here, but we know him as the Liberator.
Liberator, yes. That
Yes, that
kind
is-
of that is
Yo.
fitting.
Dio also said that he was potentially going to start adapting Mr. Voice because he thought that was quite fun.
I did, but you're not here, Asher, so shut the fuck up. Let me turn you
Oh, I'll
into
visit
a
you in
ball
my
sack.
dreams, motherfucker.
Okay.
Mother Hopper. I'm
Erden-
sorry, Prey.
Oh, yeah.
Prey, I am sorry that I could not make him hobbity once again.
I understand. It's quite saddening. Perhaps one day we'll find the technology and we just need a piece of him, and I will keep a piece of him on myself at all times. So perhaps later we'll be able to drag him back. But yeah. Erden, did we go through the list? Was there anything else? Oh, do we wait? Should we talk about the boat situation as well? How about I didn't think of this before, but about the boat situation where we can't go boating?
The bounty?
Yes, perhaps that.
Yeah. So, I'm perhaps we're wondering if it would be possible. Long story short, we've had our disagreement with one of the red flags. Is that what they're called?
5 flags.
Five flags.
No,
We've had our-
Justin, not the 2.
Oh.
You returned the scabbard.
Yeah, that's right.
And
That's right.
you assumed the sword, so she dropped her end.
That's right.
So we've
Yeah,
had
understand.
some disagreement with a member of the Five Flags.
One
And
or
a
two,
bounty
you know.
has
One or two of them.
Right, one or two of them. And we have a bounty placed on us. I was wondering if perhaps.
By the way,
af-
Artemis.
Oh, hi, Artemis. Would it be
I don't
possible
need to read the
after-
fine print. It's revealing itself in front of me.
and probably by the way, Boulder. I don't know if we even mentioned.
I learned of this when you guys talked to the king and Palumis.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I didn't know of it before that.
Right.
That's also how you got it dropped. Was he was going to talk to Santiago, and with Asher returning the scabbard, saying that the rapier was back on its way, was a good sign. for Santiago to drop her
It
bounty.
was not my quest, so I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah. So for all intents and purposes, Santiago has dropped her bounty to keep relations with Palumis, and also Asher sent because what's his you remember his name, Justin? What's his face? What's his dick?
Vincent von Vanderkant.
Oh, no. Donovan.
Donovan, how are you?
Oh,
It's me.
Blue Crest Guards.
Yeah, the fucker. He stole the sword, and Asher assumed that it was going back to her, so he sent the scabbard in hopes, and he received message that she would drop the bounty.
Would
But-
you have to bring up Donovan, another person I have not yet been able to kill as Asher? This brings me much sadness.
I was hoping we'd run into him so I could kill him.
So will we still have a bounty from Von Venderkant?
So as you say this, you see the Crimson Duke go. You have issues with Vincent von Vanderbilt, do you?
Yeah.
Would this be anything to do with that? And he points to Dionysus and just points to the crest on his chest. He goes, "Would it have anything to do with that?"
Yes.
That's where it started.
It just so happens that we do not have very fond relations with von Vanderbilt, as the Liberator is not accepted as a main deity by many. So
But
he is a pious man for the Bitch Queen.
Dio, you've heard of liberation, of course, right? Perhaps at
Yes,
one
yes.
point or another we could see if von Vanderbilt would be open to liberation.
How he leans in and just goes again. Kay is aware of the Liberator. So is the Duke. The Liberator does not speak to all, so I assume that you were chosen some way. The
Oh.
only way I know of speaking to the Liberator is through being accepted and welcomed. But I see no crest on you. But yet you speak to him?
Well, let's just say I've got the balls of a bold man.
Let's not say anything. Please tell me how this happened.
Oh, well,
What do you mean by balls?
I was turned into a rock, like a big pebble. That's how I know rocks. Like a small boulder. You see, sometimes they're really smooth. Anyways, there's, I was turned into that, and then Asher, you remember Asher, the bunny man? We were just talking about him. He,
Yes.
he made like a paste, like sunscreen. Do you know what sunscreen is? You should if you don't. Anyways, he smeared it all over me, and then I saw I called him the Vulture Man. I think I've talked to you about the Vulture Man, perhaps.
As you say Vulture Man and all this stuff, you see Kay just adjust and lean in to you.
Yes. So, the Vulture Man was there, and I said, "Oh, hi, Mister Nice Vulture Man, not sketchy at all." And then the Liberator was like, "Oh, hey, would you like to follow me?" And I was like, "Yes." And then the Vulture Man was like, "Okay, good, no problem at all." And then the Brian has been speaking with me ever since, and nothing sketchy at all happened. And then Brian pops in once in a while, and he's like, "Oh,
We will have to have a conversation about this later, Invitus. This is interesting to me.
Sure, but he gave me a special touch. It's like a little, and perhaps I could do the special touch to von Vanderbilt in the future. I just need to remember to do so, because it could be a while before I actually see him. But
So what you're asking of us is a military distraction of the Northern Isles so that you may liberate the people of the Northern Isles? Is what you're asking us for a fleet?
I didn't occur to me that way. I thought maybe a little more like a 4-man mission, but a fleet could be really nifty. Do you also do you mention about the expansion of the borders and moving on that way? Perhaps we could come to an arrangement and we could maybe do that.
We will speak of this when we speak privately. I may have another offer for you, pray. This is I like this. This is interesting. But yes, if there's nothing else, we will conclude this meeting. I do know that I have a meeting with Mr. Snow. I now have a meeting with Mr. Prey. Is that all? I do believe that's all I have. And your sister just goes, go, like in your mind again. Prey, she goes. Actually, she broadcasts it to all of you this time. She goes, go to the Vulture's Rest. Find a room. Take a meal, a bath, relax. I will find you later this evening, and we will talk about what is going on inside the Crimson Capital. I have a few more of my spiders to call in to see what I can find out. Prey, Artemis, Erden, and the real Baldur Camille. We have much to discuss. And that where we will end tonight's session with you guys having convinced Dio to be on your side. Let's put it this way, you guys did a way better job of getting on Dio's friendly side than Asher ever did. And Asher was a vampire. I'm proud of you. You guys have shown a lot of growth. You've met 4 officials. They're all still alive. Only one of them is mad at you.
Justly so.
And you have a meeting with a few of them. You guys are turning into political people.
Well, I was king for a brief moment.
The
So be
frustrating
sure to join
part
us.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Be sure to
I was
join us
gonna-
every Monday. We do this. I take these fools around, and sometimes they murder more political officials than I'd like, and I have to rewrite a complete political system.
So, to be noted, Monday coming up is the observed Thanksgiving for us Canadians. So, we shall not be playing next Monday, but the Monday after that, we will return with the Men of the Gill at level 9, which is very good. We will keep going, and proficiency bonus went up.
It did.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to
already
change
leveled
it.
up.
Yeah, cool. Well, yeah.
I was doing it earlier too.
Sounds good. Cool. Well, anyways, we will catch you guys in 2 weeks' time. I will be playing Star Citizen at some point between that, for sure. Anything else, boys, before we start the Ooga Boogas and do a raid?
Booga fucking booga, ooga booga fucking booga, ooga booga fucking booga, ooga booga fucking booga, ooga booga.
I'll take that as a no.
Ooga fucking booga, booga, ooga fucking.
We'll raid a
booga,
Star
booga,
Citizen
ooga,
stream.
booga.
Let's do that. Get you guys accustomed.
Yeah.
10 seconds. Star Citizen is like Star Wars GTA. Fly ships, do missions, do whatever you want. Kill people, get crime stats, run from the cops. Do whatever. Cool. Ooga booga 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 booga.
All hail the mighty carrot.